Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video, I wanted to just talk a little bit about Neptune into Aries. You guys know probably this isn't really my branch of astrology, talking about these big transits and like forecasting and stuff like that. That's not really what I do. I specialize in relationships and soul purpose. Those are my two, sessions that I offer. But this Neptune shift is so big, and we're having a few other big planetary shifts like Uranus into Gemini, and of course, we've already got Pluto in Aquarius. So, we're having these big outer planet shifts that, yeah, I just really feel called to speak on this and just, tell you guys what I've felt personally with this Neptune shift. It is also close to my ascendant in Aries, so I actually am feeling this one quite a bit. But as far as like, collectively, I mean, this is going to change the world in a big way, and I don't really do that kind of astrology, but this is definitely a big one. But I just wanted to share a few thoughts on it, and I also would love to hear how you guys have been feeling too with this shift. So, yeah, this is really big because the 0 degree Aries point, right, is the ultimate new beginning. So we have Neptune, our planet of illusion and dreams, and the planet that rules Pisces, moving into this, ultimate new beginning degree. 0 degree Aries is like the ultimate baby, it's the like start fresh degree, and so it's also a really fiery degree as well. It's like the most potentially fiery degree of Aries, but it also is, like I said, kind of like the baby. So there is a bit of like naive energy around the 0 degree of Aries here. And yeah, so contrasting to the 29 degree Pisces energy, which is like the ultimate ending and the oldest, most ancient degree, the last sign, the finale, right? So when we have planets in these two energies, which we have right now, there's a big emphasis on beginnings and endings, right? And Neptune was in Pisces since 2011. So this is a long time. It's been great for um spirituality, dreams being so strong, empathy, compassion, feelings, connecting to soul, connecting to something higher. Neptune actually rules Pisces too, so this was a doubly strong position. I had my spiritual awakening during these years. It definitely been extremely powerful. On the negative side, a lot of people have become caught up in negative Piscean behaviors, some of which, not limited to, but, escapism, addictions have been, strong. Feeling like the victim, right? Feeling powerless, feeling chaos. And I feel like the chaos has been emphasized even more recently in the last couple of years, since Saturn, the planet of structure, also entered Pisces. Things can feel really ungrounded. You can feel kind of, loopy or even drugged without being on drugs with Pisces energy. And so I think that the Neptune and Pisces transit could have been also very confusing for some people, especially people that are not on a spiritual path, or indulging in escapism, addictions, or, even with Neptune and Pisces, we could see like idolization of like a mentor, or like people, getting really into religion or really into spirituality, but in an ungrounded way. We could see some of that as well with that transit. Now, Neptune will still go back to Pisces one more time later this year, and then early 2026 it will go to Aries for the final time, and it won't go back to Pisces. But so right now we're kind of getting a taste of that, and yeah, so that's kind of what's happening with that. Now, Neptune will also stay into Aries, or stay in Aries, sorry, um, till about, I think it was like 2035. Maybe you guys have the right year. I think it was that. So, this is a long time, or maybe it was 2038. This is a long time we're going to be experiencing this transit. Now, for me personally, what I felt on that day of the shift was a burst of energy. And, like, when I woke up in the morning and I was doing my daily tasks, the things that I have to do every day, it was like I'd completely dropped out of like that kind of like, um, I am a victim energy, or like my life is hard, like kind of this grogginess or this like drowsy energy that I usually feel in the mornings when I'm doing the things that I have to tend to right away. Like, it was just like, nope, I'm just going to do the things like, dit, 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 and like just very much like I had more energy and more fire. And I wasn't in, often in the mornings is when I you know, grieve a bit of my late husband and feel like, oh, I'm drowning, like, and missing him and stuff. And like, I didn't feel like that at all. I just woke up and it was just like, nope, do the things. Like, so I think a lot of people are going to be shifting out of like, oh, why do I have to do this, to just, I'm doing it. That's what it is. It is what it is. Like, Aries is more about action than wallowing in feelings and overwhelm. And I think we're going to see probably a lot of confused action, like with Aries, maybe overacting or maybe acting impulsively, right? As to do with our dreams and, what we're creating. But I think we're going to see a lot more action in general and a lot less, yeah, wallowing or kind of like being unsure of ourselves. Like, we might think we're sure with Neptune and Aries, but it's also, we could be too impulsive, I think, with Neptune and Aries. But there's definitely going to be more action, and that's kind of what I felt like right away. With this transit was just like a boost of like, okay, like, out of that fog, out of that confusion, out of that victimization of self, and just, okay, just get it done, just do it, right? And so I think like that could be a theme. And another thing that was happening for me personally is kind of like the last week of Neptune and Pisces, as I was having very vivid dreams and dreams of people that I had tried to help who have gone to drug use or escapist patterns, people that I felt I had a purpose or a contract to help heal. As a healer, as an energy healer, sometimes you have certain contracts for sure to help people, but I felt for me personally, closing of these contracts of giving my energy in dream, in the astral realm or in reality, to people that cannot receive my healing, or even if they can receive it a little bit, they're not going to do anything with it. They're not going to actually change. They're not going to actually take the actions required to heal. Like, so what I'm feeling with this Neptune and Aries is kind of like an end of like, I'm going to help everybody because they need it. And like, no, I'm going to focus my energy where it can truly be the most use, for the most benefit, the most result, right? Rather than just giving the energy, giving your heart, your healing, your compassion to everybody. Obviously, you can still be compassionate, but I really feel like this new transit is going to be like the end to overgiving, and like it is more selfish, right? We've got Neptune going into the most selfish sign. Aries is the most selfish sign, but Aries is selfish because it is connected to the self, the I am presence, the like, this is who I am, and like needing to express that. It's like pure primal creative energy, right? So we may see people acting more selfish, but also, calling their power back and setting boundaries and like using their energy more effectively. When you're always giving and overgiving to people who aren't receiving your help anyways, you're being drained, and they're also not being helped either, because with Neptune and Pisces, there's a bit of like, you're wanting to be the savior, right? Now we're done with that. We're done with that, like, kind of savior energy, it feels like. And, we're ready to just like give our energy to creating our dream life and like what we really would like our life to be about. That's where we can give our compassion, give our heart. And that's like, more, more selfish dreams. We're going to work on manifesting, and like, I don't know if that's totally making sense. It's always, Neptune energy is always hard to talk about. I don't know if you guys can tell, like, even in my videos, my synastry videos or whatever, when you're trying to describe Neptune, I mean, it's just like so ethereal. It's just so like out there. But, that's really what was something really significant that happened with me in the last week of Neptune and Pisces was just the very visible, like, me coming into my power, saying no, closing out these contracts of, overgiving or helping people that aren't really able to receive my help, and really focusing my energy on where it can be of the best use, and like for my you guys, like my people on YouTube, like focusing my energy there, focusing on my son and how I can continue to be the best mom that I can, focusing on what's really important, and not allowing feelings and compassion and like that endless Piscean oceanic love to get you going in all these different directions that aren't really serving you, right? So that's kind of what I've felt is like the closeout of the Neptune and Pisces era that we've had. We won't have it again in our lifetime. It's actually kind of sad. It was a really strong position. Like I said, I went through my spiritual awakening, probably it started 2012, right? That's when I, probably a little bit sooner, when I started studying astrology in like 2010 or 11, but then 2012 I really felt like my soul activate, and like there was no going back from that point. And yeah, it's been a journey. But yeah, I think this Neptune and Aries, it feels empowering. It feels like it's so nice to have more fire in the sky. As a fire dominant person, it's just such a relief. Actually, it feels like life. And I mean, the 0 degree Aries point is like that pure life energy. So that's what I've really been seeing. I could see that also this could manifest as more anger. Aries is, ruled by Mars. We could see, people acting in anger, or, we could see confusion about sexuality or anger, because Neptune tends to muddle things, right? So, yeah, it's a big one. I mean, I'm sure I'll probably have more thoughts on this as it continues, but I just wanted to share a bit of how I've been feeling, what I've been going through personally that I feel is directly related to this transit, and this shift of Neptune from Pisces to Aries. I'd love to know how you guys are feeling with this all, and yeah, we've got some other big ones coming up this year too. It is such an incredible year for the astrology and all these outer planet shifts. Oh my goodness. Okay, sending you all the love. Love you guys. Okay, thanks for watching. Talk soon. Bye.